Ooh, she is looking so good. Look at the reflection in the paint, man. This is what happens when you take care of your trucks, man. And it ain't hard. It really isn't. My goodness. Beautiful sunset. Truck setting in the sun. Still got the same Duracoating. This is the same coating that I applied over a month ago. Still going strong. I washed the truck up probably like early last week, and then it rained today. So I got a little slingage, but it still looks bomb as hell. Man. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I hope y'all are having another good day. It feels good to be making a video. It's been about a week since I put out an official video, but I'm back bringing some content to you guys. Today is going to be a good informative vlog. Today we're going to be talking about basically what is needed to get a 500 horsepower diesel truck, okay? I actually get this question asked a lot on Instagram. A lot of people ask me this. They're like, hey man, just picked up a 6.7 Cummins, not trying to do anything crazy. I just want a nice reliable driver, a daily driver, roughly 450 to 500 horsepower, nothing more, nothing less, just right there in that sweet spot. So in today's video, you guys, I'm going to talk about that stuff. Very, very simple and not as much stuff needed in place that you would think you would need. So I think this video is going to be perfect for all you guys out there with these questions. So thanks for tuning in. All right, you guys. So as you know, and if you did not know, 2008 Dodge Ram 2500 with the 6.7 Cummins in it, and the 68 RFE automatic. So today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about is how to make your truck that 500, you know, high 4, low 500 horsepower application, okay? It's really not that much into it. I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. This is all you need to do. Tune it, delete it, which right now I know that's saying a lot because it's extremely hard to find people, but if you do research, you'll find someone. Trust me, okay? So tune, delete it, really do that. Get you an aftermarket turbo. If you got a 6.7 Cummins, the S467 is an excellent second-gen style turbo setup option you have. Or if you want to get a little frisky, you can do something like compound setups like what I have on this truck. I got an S366 over S480 setup, which is an excellent setup. I dynoed this truck a couple months ago. It did about 512 to the wheel on tune 4. That was before I got my tune revisions from my tuning company. When I got the tunes back with dual fuelers and the compounds, man, I'm pretty positive it's making more. And on top of that, I got stock trans, and I can tell you right now, I know for a fact that stock trans is not putting all the power down to the wheels. I'm not saying the trans is bad or it's blown. I'm just saying I know it's not putting all the power this engine is making down to the wheels, if you get what I'm saying. So in all honesty, you guys, really, all you gotta do, tune your truck, get a reputable tuner. Try not to get anybody under, you know, under the shade tree style dudes. Get a reputable tuner. Tell them what you're looking for. You do that. Get the truck deleted, obviously, because it makes no sense to tune it and leave it stock or leave the emissions on it. Delete the truck. Slap a cold air intake on there. You know what I'm saying? Intake manifold, intercooler. Those things are cool and they help. But the biggest thing with those is that they don't do as much as you think they would do, if that makes sense. I guess that's the easiest way I can explain that. But it's not hard. If you do a second-gen swap on these trucks, if you put an S467, S467 usually is going to be good up to about 700 to 800 horsepower, depending on what setup you get, or even 859, depending on what type of 467 you get. But if you get an S467 aftermarket turbo, some good tuning, and then you do some mild injectors, like, you know, some 90 horsepower injectors or 90 horse nozzles, you will be in the 500 category easily. Now there's a difference between being at 500 horsepower on tune 5 versus 500 horsepower on tune 1. That is night and day. Tune 5 and you're at 500 horsepower, that most likely means you got tuning. You probably got an S464 on there, or maybe a S366, or even a 369, something like that. And then you're running purely off tuning. If you got 500 horsepower truck on tune 1, then you probably got some more stuff, you know, injectors, you know, big injectors, aftermarket injection pump, okay? Definitely some good stuff. But at the end of the day, you guys, making 500 horsepower on a truck like this is nothing more than just tuning, deleting, and potentially getting you into a good turbo. Now the OEM, the HE351, the OEM VGT turbos that come with this truck, those turbos are actually good up to about 550. I've even heard some cases 600, but me personally, I would not trust and push that stock turbo that far. That's just overkill, man. You know what, let's pop the hood and see if we can get it better. You know there's a problem when you're 6'3", and you still got to break out a step stool so you can look into your engine bay. Well, all right, you guys. So check it out. This is my setup. You can see over there, I have an over/under compound style setup. That's 366. It's hard to see down there. She's down there. You guys believe me. Trust me, she's down there. With the S480. Now, obviously, this setup right here, in all honesty, if I was to slap my injectors in, which is going to be happening next week because I'm going to be having some downtime, so I will be able to catch up on my videos. This setup right here with the dual fuel, it's 2 stock dual fuelers, S366, S480 setup. With good tuning, I can easily make 750, 800 horsepower with the right injector setup and the right tuning. This setup is, my goal with this is to be that weekend, that nasty weekend street slash track truck, which it really isn't going to be, but it could do that or it can tow. Okay, you cannot go wrong with compounds when it comes to towing. I'm telling you guys right now. With the dual fuelers, a lot of people ask me what's the purpose of that. Really, the biggest thing with this is that your fuel rail is going to get consistent, reliable fuel pressure. Okay, number one. Number two, you are cutting the workload in half on your injection pump. So your CP3, in this case, you are cutting the workload in half. So instead of one injection pump trying to pump out 24,000 PSI, cut that in half times 2 is what's happening. Okay, so the longevity of your injection pumps are going to be way further, and on top of that, you never will have to worry about starving your fuel rail system. Okay, so again, like I told you guys, do a second gen swap. I got videos in the past running the S467, installing it. I even have videos of S464, which is also a good option too. The thing with the S464 when it comes to trying to run 500 horsepower is, from what I've seen slash heard, when you start maxing and limiting out at 64, S464, you're in danger of blowing that turbo up. Okay, and that's a whole nother topic, picking the right turbo, but take it for granted, or take it for what I'm telling y'all. If you do a S464, you do 90 horse injectors and some tuning, you will be well into the 500 horsepower club. No questions asked. You'll actually probably be closer to the, I'd be willing to bet, high fives, if not 600 horsepower club with some good tuning. In all honesty, you guys, and I know it's a hard, touchy subject, slash I know it's hard to come by, but tuning is what's going to make your numbers. In all honesty, hard parts are definitely a factor. Don't get me wrong, hard parts are definitely a factor. But tuning is going to be the ultimate deciding factor, because I can slap the biggest injectors in here, I can slap the biggest turbo in here, the biggest injection pump on here. It won't come together in the perfect harmony like it should without tuning. So that's why I said, and anybody who's been following tuning for a while, you guys know that there are actually companies out there that they made 600 horsepower on stock injectors on these trucks. So I'll tell you that again. Also another awesome turbo setup, and I know this for a fact because I drove a truck like this. Shout out to Monster Ram, Mike, I know you're watching. A S369 SXE Borg Warner is a excellent option turbo if you're going to do the second gen style setup. I'm a living testament to that. I drove that truck, and Mike had stock fuel, stock injectors with just a S369 and some good tuning. And that thing was making over 500 horsepower. I can put money on it. Okay, Eric OKC, he has a 4th gen mega cab. He dynoed his truck back in spring. All he had was the stock fuel S467 with a tuning, and his truck made, I think he said it made like high 4s, but I believe the dyno he was on was a car dyno, so it was, I don't know if it was loaded or not. But anyways, we both agreed that his truck was a over 500 horsepower truck. Okay, again, like I told you guys, my truck did 512. Now it did 512. I had old tune files on it, so my tune files I had when it did 512 was tune files from when I had my second gen 467, and I did not have my new file. I had the dual fuelers installed, but I did not have the new tune file on it. When I did a new tune file on it, it harmonizes so much better, you guys. So that's my experience with it, you guys. Hopefully it helps you all out, give you guys a little food for thought. That's a very common question I get in terms of somebody getting a new truck on Instagram. They say, hey man, I want to have a nice 480 horsepower daily truck. They're not looking for nothing extreme. They don't want nothing smoking all the time. And they always ask me, what should I do? And I tell them, I said, brother, you don't really need to do a whole lot. Good tuning, you know, and probably most likely aftermarket turbo. Those are going to be your 2 big ticket items. Okay, now again, with that comes support and stuff. So if you're going to be doing that, if you're going to be running custom tuning, I always highly recommend the lift pump. Whether it's a fast, an air dog. I personally have an air dog. I got the air dog, you can't really see it, but I got an air dog 24G 165 GPH, which I'm actually thinking about upgrading to a 200 GPH, just so that I know I'm getting good fuel to my dual fuelers, even though I'm getting about 16, 17 PSI right now to them, which I'm sure is good. But I don't know, I'm just thinking about it. You can never go wrong with a lift pump. By having a lift pump, you're going to ensure that consistent fuel pressure is being delivered to your injection pump, and your injection pump, by having dual fuelers, is going to ensure that you're having consistent fuel pressure to your fuel rail and then to your injectors ultimately. Okay, so hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you stuck it out to the end, I'm about to take you in the garage and I'm going to be showing you what's to be coming in this, not this week, like this coming work week, but most likely next week. We got some cool stuff going on with the truck. I will also show you guys another sneak peek of some parts that just came in too, okay? All right, you guys, so if you stuck it out to the end this far, I'm going to be showing you guys what we're going to be doing here in the near future. I'm finally getting enough downtime from work and just, you know, stuff where I'm going to be able to do this, get it done in one day. So what we have here are some heavy duty valve springs from Smeding Diesel. Shout out to Matt Crockett hooking it up, coming through clutch. So we got those. Can't wait. They're super beefy too, by the way. I mean, my goodness, man. So if you're curious, why do you want to upgrade your valve springs? Pretty much, there's something called a term called float in a valve. It's basically you're making so much drive pressure or sending too much boost to your engine to where you're making so much drive pressure that a valve is still down when your piston comes up, and basically your piston smacks into the bottom of your valve, which can potentially bend it, break it, damage the piston, a lot of stuff. So to prevent smacking a piston or smacking a valve, you put heavier, beefier valve springs on there, okay? Also, we're going to be upgrading the push rods. This week, probably Wednesday, I'm going to be getting on Hamilton and ordering some heavy-duty push rods from them. I've already priced out and I already got the ones I want selected. Here in this box, we have some, god dang it's plastic. We have some Flux diesel injectors, 120 horsepower. This is going to be a sick setup. We got brand new OEM genuine Cummins push rods, not push. God damn, I can't talk. 2P connectors. So we got some cool stuff. We got some cool stuff, man. It's gonna be an awesome thing. So we got these new injectors. If anybody's curious, I will be keeping the OEM injectors for the truck. That way, in the future, if I ever sell the truck or if I ever have to take these ones, the new ones out to get, you know, spec'd out or anything, I can do that. Don over at Flux and April Morrison, y'all, man, they're family, dude. If you guys are in the market for injectors, dude, I highly recommend you go hit up Flux diesel injection. Previously, they used to be known as F1 injection, I believe, but now they're called Flux diesel injections. Hit them up. They'll take care of you, especially if you tell them that Cameron sent you. If you tell them Cameron or Everything Diesel sent you, you will get taken care of. One thing that's cool that I love about them is, let's say I put these 120 horsepowers in and I'm like, man, I really want some more fuel. I can take them out, send them to them, and they will do what needs to get done to upgrade these to whatever I want. So if I want 150s, 200s, whatever it may be, definitely some good stuff. And then they also provide the brand new connector tubes for the fuel, which is awesome. So we got brand new stuff, man. This is gonna be a good video. My man, once again, my man Monster Ram Mike hooked it up. He let me borrow his spring compressor from back in like spring, summer, and I still have it here. But Mike, if you're watching, man, thank you. I'm gonna be putting those to work. And he also let me borrow, I don't even think I ever showed you guys this, he also let me borrow his injector puller. Now, you don't need this to take the injectors out, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier and a lot safer, so that way you don't twist up the injector wrong. Basically, you put that over the injector, clamp it down, screw this to where your rocker or your valve train screw will hold down the rocker assembly. Screw that in there, and then you just pluck it up, and she's out. So super simple. It can get kind of tricky back there, especially around the number 6 injector because it's so far back there. So having a tool like this is going to be a lifesaver and a knuckle saver. So Mike, appreciate that. So we got some stuff going on, you guys. We got a lot of stuff going on coming up in these couple weeks, man. I've just been extremely busy, you know, just adulting life, all that stuff, man. So I apologize, you guys, but we're not done with this pig yet. I intend to finish 2020 off with well-deserved bang, if you catch what I'm saying. So we got that. Let's see. Ooh, I'll show you guys real quick, but this is going to be changing soon. But let me show y'all. All right, so I can't obviously show it to you guys, but in this box here we have some new headlights. I'm not going to tell you what headlights they are yet, because even when I do open them, I'm going to be sending them off right away to get done. And I think you guys really... All right, you guys, so hopefully this video helped you guys out. So again, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. I know I've been out the picture and out the scene for a little bit, but thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Until next time, comment down below. Tell me what you think about the injectors, valve springs, about what I talked about in terms of obtaining a 500 horsepower diesel truck, which is not that hard. Tell me what you think about that stuff. I would love to hear what you guys got to say. If there's anything else I didn't talk about, just drop it in the comments. I read and try to respond to every single comment that you guys do. You guys are awesome. We also recently just hit 20,000 subscribers, so thank you guys so much. I did see that. You guys are awesome. This family is going to keep growing. I'm so excited, man. You guys don't understand, man. We will be having an amazing giveaways for 20K. It's going to be consistent of 3 people winning something for 100% free. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to spend money on nothing. All you got to do is enter the way I tell you to enter, and it's going to be awesome. So thank you guys so much for checking out the channel. Until next time, you guys take it easy. Be safe. Peace out. Thank you guys for checking out. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button on the way out. I'll see you guys soon.